Hi, this is Natalie Lander, voice of Kinsey, Tara Branford, Stargirl, and many others. You are listening to a W2Mnet podcast. You can visit W2Mnet.com for other podcasts about entertainment, video games, sports, and wrestling. You are listening to Video Games to the Max.
Hello and welcome to a special mini edition of Video Games to the Max. As we're going to be covering the Nintendo Direct Mini that happened yesterday out of nowhere. Well, it's 2 days ago. And yeah, we'll be talking about a few other things as well. I'm your host, Sean Garmer, here of course with you, as always, Mr. Marc Morrison.
Howdy.
And of course, we are the official video games podcast of W2Mnet.com and in partnership with Last Word on Live. And, well, I forgot to mention last time that I had finished my Under Hero review, but I put it in the notes there along with Marc's Disaster Report 4 preview, which now he's actually playing the full game right now. But it's under embargo, so you can't talk about it. But, and yeah, so there's quite a few things to discuss from that mini. And this is kind of a thing that I think maybe we should start doing, is when there's big news like that just kind of drops, maybe we just do a show before the regular show, so it's a little bit more fresh in people's minds. By the time you get to Wednesday night, people kind of don't care about that anymore. So, yeah, this Nintendo Direct Mini was it just happened. All of a sudden, I happened to, be getting ready to work, and it's like, oh, here's this 28-minute Nintendo Direct, what? And there it was, and the first thing they show is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition getting a release date and also looking absolutely awesome. And man, if you've seen, I don't know, Mark, if you've seen the comparison videos.
Nope.
Oh, it is so freaking amazing how good this game looks compared to the, Wii and 3DS and the new 3DS. It was kind of cool to see the difference between new 3DS and Wii that I never noticed until I saw them all next to each other. So, yeah, it's like Xenoblade Chronicles in all its glory. Jens told me he already had ordered the huge-ass special edition that comes with this big-ass steel book and the soundtrack and everything. Some of that got reorchestrated. Man, I can't wait for this on May 29th. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed to be able to play this now. I mean, I beat it on new 3DS. I'll go and play it again and beat it again on Switch, looking much better.
Yeah, now they need to get something like Zelda Link Between Worlds working on the Switch.
Yeah, I wonder if this does well, if they'll even think about, since they're still porting Wii U games, to go ahead and bring over Xenoblade Chronicles X and you have the whole set on Switch. That would be nice.
I would like that, and then I would like the Twilight Prince, or the not Skyward Sword.
Wind Waker?
Yeah, the Wind Waker the Wii U port. You can move that over also.
Yeah, it's just I didn't expect it to look this good. I thought, okay, it'll get its graphics updated. It'll be more like a remaster. This is definitely a remake. Yeah, everything's going to pale in comparison to what Square's doing with Final Fantasy VII Remake and, even Capcom with Resident Evil 3 and 2 and 3. But for this being on the Switch, and it looks just as good as Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And I never thought I'd see Shulk in those visuals, so that's pretty awesome.
It's funny, I thought Shulk was a Fire Emblem character.
Really?
Yeah.
You did?
It's a dude. I think Shulk is a guy, right?
Yes, Shulk's a guy.
It's a guy with a sword, right?
Yeah, the Monado, yes.
Yeah, that's why I think it was a Fire Emblem character.
Well, the Monado is very important and has ties into number 2 as well. And they also added a extra epilogue called Future Connected that's brand new for Xenoblade Chronicles. So it kind of adds an ending and may also blend it more into 2 so they're more connected, which I think that's what that is. Future Connected is giving you hints towards that. So that's pretty cool as well. But from what I've seen, as much as people complain about, the Switch is a port machine, what seemed like to be the most popular thing that I've seen discussed, or one of them, is 2K just bringing over all their old games in collections on the Switch the same day as Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on May 29th. Now, honestly, I saw someone bring this up, and I think there's merit to it. What do you think? I think they're making a mistake bringing them all out on the same day. I feel like they could have staggered this out, at least had them come out every 2 weeks, and actually give people a chance to want to buy all of them. You come out with something it's the Switch, so I'd imagine they're all going to cost $60. Oh, all 3 of these awesome collections, and you're going to pay $180 for them.
I could see these games being each 40 because of, just how old.
I don't think Borderlands will be 40. I'll tell you that right now.
Well,
or BioShock.
Well, I could see XCOM being, because it's only XCOM 2.
Yeah, maybe.
What was in the Borderlands one? Is it 1, 2, and 3? Or
No, it's 1, 2, and pre-sequel. But they just call it the Legendary Collection. I don't know why. Just to not have it be the same thing. It's weird.
I can see that. I can see that also being 40, just because of Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel. I mean, those are kind of relevant. Borderlands 1 is an old ass game at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they maybe just be trying to hit some weird financial call, or get it out before the second quarter ends or something like that.
I know, but they could have had one of them come out 1st of May, the other one comes out in the middle of May, and the other one comes out on May 29th. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like now people are going to be picking and choosing, whereas I wonder if those same people would have bought all 3 collections maybe or something.
I doubt it. I don't think there's a lot of cross buying between all 3 of those collections, or all 3 of those franchises.
Do you think with Fire Emblem 3 Houses doing so well, you think more people might pick up XCOM now on Switch?
I hope not, because XCOM 2 is not good. If it was XCOM 1, sure. I mean, that's if they announced XCOM 1, go for it. I'll buy that, but not XCOM 2.
It definitely seems like XCOM 2 does have its fans, though.
Yeah, they're wrong.
So that was another thing that kind of all goes together. Probably something that I'm sure a lot of Smash Brothers fans were not too enthused about is the next Smash Brothers Ultimate DLC fighter is going to be from ARMS, the sort of forgotten Nintendo fighting game that came out the first year of the Switch, same year as Xenoblade Chronicles as well, and Zelda and everything else. And it kind of came out in the middle of that summer, and Nintendo really tried to get people behind it, and it just didn't work. And now they're giving you I think 2 weeks where it's free to play. I mean, it's not an interest to me, but I haven't really seen a lot of people talking about it. I figured I'd see a lot of people just absolutely blasting the decision. I don't know.
I think it's a lot of indifference because no one cared about ARMS.
Yeah.
As opposed, I mean, say what you want, but Persona or Fatal Fury or I think it's Fatal Fury, or the other characters.
Was one everybody wanted.
They have those franchises have fans, and ARMS does not have that. I mean, I think I view it as kind of a wasted slot, but also what other Nintendo franchise can they pick from?
Yeah, unless you start putting in other. I mean, You still got Waluigi that people want really bad.
Yeah, but they say like he's only like they're not gonna make characters that have trophies, and he's like a trophy in the game. So.
Well, no, but they do that already. Like almost all of the ARMS characters are trophies, so that's weird.
Well, maybe he's my new character, or something like that. They held
maybe.
one back. I mean, I don't care about ARMS. I don't think anyone did.
I don't either. No.
They were trying to position it as like some weird esport, and it's like, don't do that.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't the best idea.
I mean, like, what other Nintendo like? Can you think of any other Nintendo franchise or Nintendo character you'd want?
That's not already in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ever since you started having the idea of the third party, I think that's more of what I care about. I mean,
they should remember. I mean, you're probably old enough to remember. Remember an old cartoon called Captain N, the Game Master?
Yeah, Captain N. Yeah.
Yeah, have Captain N be in it.
Yeah, I mean, if you had Game & Watch be in it, then why not, right?
I just had the Game Boy be in it.
Just have it appear like Console Man, and it's like has all the different Nintendo consoles that show up.
I mean, there could be a few more Zelda characters you could mine through, like Midna, or like maybe like like a very different Link, if you really want to do, like whatever, what was Breath of the Wild Link or something like that. But
I think they kind of added like his.
They had like
character skin or whatever.
Yeah, have Pauline be in it from Donkey Kong and Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think like just having Rex and Pyro would be the only one from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Like other than that, I don't know. I mean, because they'll just add different Pokemon, or they'll add different,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I really couldn't. Other than just going, a lot of those would be Nintendo characters. So
You can add in Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, so you can finally have Ryu versus Scorpion.
Medium match. Not gonna happen though. So they added a Animal Crossing's New Horizons, and then the 1.1 update is going to get its first season event, which is Easter, from April 1st to the 12th. You can go meet Zipper for Bunny Day, and they announced Earth Day also is coming. So
yeah, they forced a mandatory patch for Animal Crossing players that at the moment broke the item duplication glitch.
Well, yeah, that wasn't probably going to last very long, and
I'm sure someone else is working on another one though.
I know something you were excited about, and I'm kind of. I mean, I think this is great, but I think this would be great if this was one of those things that they announced as available now. I think this is awesome for right now when you have so many families sitting there in the house having to be together. That 51 Worldwide Classics thing for Clubhouse games.
Yeah.
I think that would be perfect to release right now, and you can have all these, your kids and your parents and your grandparents all sit around and play all these old games and get to experience them with the Switch,
There's a game on Steam called Tabletop Simulator, which is kind of like this, except it's weird. It has no AI. Like, you can't play against the computer. You can only play against like online friends or online people. Mm-hmm. And it's also like very physics based. This is strange. Like, why'd they do this? Like, I don't need, you can like flip the table over and all the pieces like scatter. And I'm like, I don't want that, or I don't need that. I'd rather have an AI to play like Sorry against, or Concentration or something.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. Like, there are some games that I like to play, or that I know, I look back on fondly. I'm sure everyone here has played Mahjong and the other weird Japanese game. Soji, that was it.
Mm-hmm. Sudoku as well.
Shogi, that
Yeah,
was it. Sorry, not Shogi, but I'm watching too much Star Trek Picard. Yeah, Shogi, because I just remember that from Persona 5.
I do like that they included all that stuff. Like, it's not just the games
Yeah,
you'd expect. It's a
it's like
really big
it's
mix.
it's like half and half, like half Americanized games, or like half games Westerners would know, and then a bunch of like Sudoku, Solitaire, and crap like that no one knows here. So I hope they actually have some pretty good tutorials.
I'd imagine they have to, or how are you gonna learn?
There's some it's funny in Yakuza games. There's always a mahjong. No, not. I'm not sure if it's mahjong or like some other weird game, and it's I don't know how to play this at all. Like, why don't you show me how to play this, and then we might get somewhere. But yeah, it is mahjong. Like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah. Like, okay, I have no idea what I'm doing here, but whatever.
And there's always like one or two sub stories or one or two stories that are associated with it, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm never gonna get that trophy.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just think it's neat. Like, it's another thing that you don't expect on the Switch, and there it is.
I really hope that every game that should has online play. Because they said, like, oh, some games will have local and some games will have online. And it's like, well, I'm never going to play local, so what are my options here?
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's neat. Like, it's again, like, something that shows off the Switch, like, just that, hey, you didn't think this was going to be on there. It's there, and bam,
Yeah.
So, yeah, you also had some more ports announced, and some that I think some people were not expecting to get announced here is the Star Wars Episode 1 Racer gonna show up on Switch.
Yeah.
Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy being available now.
Jedi Academy is pretty. I mean, they just put out like Jedi Knight 2 a while ago, so you can see. I mean, they're pretty much the same game, so it's fine. Jedi or Episode 1 Racer. Good luck. That game had I remember that game had a really gnarly control scheme, or like really weird. So I hope they can adapt it well for the Switch.
And also Burnout Paradise Remastered as well.
I guess, sure. I don't like that game, but I know people do.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of people that do. There were people that were super excited about that game coming to Switch.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, AP on a portable system is kind of nice, but that's about it for me.
Yeah, but it's still cool.
I'd be happy if Burnout 3 was on the Switch instead.
I'm surprised they don't put that on the Switch.
I imagine it's probably some music problem, or like they don't have the license for the soundtrack anymore.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they had to like relicense a lot of songs from Burnout Paradise. The port remastered. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's like again, Switch has that moniker of, hey, let's just put everything on it, and certainly that's another one of those that it's like, okay, well, now you can play that on there. Also, the Saints Row Reelected is out there already.
I could have sworn that game was already out on the Switch.
No, Saints Row 3 is the one that was on.
It's funny because like Saints Row 3, it didn't run that great. Even like, I mean, I played it on PC, so what do I care? But like the console versions weren't like anything to write home about. And like them putting like Saints Row 4 on there, so like, oh great, now you introduce super speed and like jumping up high. This is gonna go really well. On
And
a related note, our illustrious opener slash narrator, it's Natalie's birthday today.
well, happy birthday to Natalie.
Yep,
And
she's one of the good ones.
yes, one of the good ones, and also one of the good ones, Mr. Driller. And Mr. Drillerland is showing up on June 25th.
I've never played any of those games. Have you?
They're good. I love Mr. Driller. It's really
Okay.
good.
I remember like seeing it on the PS1, but never played it.
Well, they had it. I played it on the GBA.
Okay.
That's what I enjoyed it on. The Elder Scrolls Blades is coming. Fuser is coming.
I mean, Elder Scrolls has been coming. Like, what the hell has been the hold up for that?
Yeah, I'm excited. Fuser is going to be on Switch. I might. That might be the system I choose to get it on. They had another little trailer for Trials of Mana, which I'm still considering whether I'm going to get that or not, with all the stuff coming out in April. And are you interested in that Warhammer 40,000 Mechanus?
Nope.
No?
It looked like a really bad Diablo clone.
Well, didn't you play the other Warhammer Diablo clone?
Yeah, I didn't like that much either. Or, I mean, I thought it was like passable. Jens really didn't like it.
Oh, he hated it.
Yeah, he was like, he was angry at me that I got him like roped into playing it, and I'm like, I mean, it's not like the best. It wasn't like the best Diablo clone. But it was, serviceable enough. We've played worse.
Right.
Like Resident Evil 6, but I mean,
yeah. Well, hey, I guess you can get him back for that, right?
yeah.
He got you into playing Resident Evil 6, and hey, well, you played this terrible game with me, so.
Yeah, maybe we should just start trolling each other with terrible games to play.
Well, yeah, so it's certainly that's a lot that's coming there for you if you like your old games on the Switch. Plenty there for you to check out, and also if I can find out where the hell I'm at, the Vigor closed beta is coming as well. So, and Minecraft Dungeons, which we've known about forever. So Ninjala is also there, that 8-player ninja battle game that looks decent. It's cool. It's got yo-yos and katanas, so I'm all about that. I don't know that I'm going to play it at all, but I think that's neat. You interested in the Fantastic Four Ultimate Alliance thing?
I didn't like how they did Ultimate Alliance 3 that much. Like the actual just fighting enemies was okay, but the boss system was really bad, I thought. And if I didn't have Jens to play it with me, I really would have gave up on that game a lot sooner.
Well, yeah.
It's nice that they had the Fantastic Four in it finally, but unless they did away with the stupid stun lock of the bosses, it's I'm good. I don't want to play that.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I don't think that's been changed much. And another game you played with Jens, Catherine Full Body, showing up on the Switch in July.
The moment I saw that, I messaged him. Are you going to get that? He was like, maybe.
Really? Oh, why? He loves that game that much. He'll splurge on it again on Switch. I guess, why not? I've done that a bunch of times.
The funny thing is, he doesn't take his Switch out at all. It's pretty much just locked to his dock.
Yeah.
So why would you want to play it on there when it's going to look worse?
Have it on PS4, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess if you really want to, go ahead. But
yeah, that's the whole reason, is to play it undocked, or you just have it on your PS4. Unless you're, and that's probably going to work on your PS5, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Well, except for the multiplayer.
Yeah, multiplayer might not, that's true. So also, some other available nows. Good Job, which I'm still waiting to hear back on. That looks really neat. It's like an office, let's wreck the office, action puzzle game. It's really fun, and it has a 2-player mode, so I was thinking about playing with Anaya as well. And damn, Ring Fit Adventure comes out with a damn rhythm game and it's not available anywhere. I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy this right now. I will play it for the damn rhythm game. And
Yeah.
of course you can't find it anywhere. So,
Yep.
of course Switches are also sold out now as well.
Yeah, it's getting real hard to
COVID-19.
find those. So, yeah, that rhythm, that I never, well, I'm getting something, I think tomorrow, hopefully. It's this crazy thing. I have an exercise bike in my apartment,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called Verfit or Verzoom, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it attaches like a little sensor to your bike, to the pedal, and it has like a little Bluetooth joystick. And you wear your Oculus Quest headset or VR headset, and it has games for it.
Oh, really?
So there's like 6 games. I think there's like a cowboy game, a race car game, like a race game, a bike racing game, a tank game, a motorcycle, like a helicopter game, and one other one I think, like this one where you're like riding a dragon or something. And like, yeah, you pedal the move, and you can like use the little joystick to like shoot and aim, and yeah, it looks cool. The bigger thing is it can pull in Google Street View maps and make you like looks like you're pedaling down the road, and you can like set whatever you want to like oh, I want to pedal down Manhattan, or I want to pedal down Colorado, like Denver or Colorado. It's like, okay, you can do it. So that'll be my exercise journey throughout this pandemic.
Hey, it's good. Use that time that you're in that house. You get
Yeah.
that exercise.
As opposed to my usual life where I'm always stuck in the house regardless.
Shinsekai Into the Depths is available now, which is from Capcom, and it's like a deep sea exploration game. It looked pretty neat.
It looked like Underwater Metroid or something.
Right.
There's a game. There was a old PC game called Capsized. It reminded me of that. Like you're like a little astronaut dude on a alien planet. You have to like shoot everything. I'm like, this looks very similar. That was cool.
That's a game I might keep my eye on to get later if it goes on a little sale or something.
Yeah.
Panzer Dragoon remake. I actually have it. I haven't been able to play it. I might start playing it tomorrow.
Do you like Panzer Dragoon?
I do like Panzer Dragoon.
Okay.
So
I remember playing it on the Saturn and just not liking it at all.
Yeah, I remember it didn't get good reviews on the Xbox One
that was a later one, I think.
Orta didn't get great reviews.
No, that one did.
Oh,
that's the one. That and Saga are the ones that got like really good reviews.
Yeah. This one apparently doesn't have the greatest reviews right now. Some people like it, some people don't. So.
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, Panzer Dragoon Order has a Metacritic of 90 out of 100.
Oh,
so
okay, never mind.
I remember, I think I used to do a lot of GameSpot at the time. And I think it was, I want to say Greg Kasavin reviewed it, and he really liked it. And I used to trust his reviews quite often back in the day.
He was a great reviewer. He'd go super in depth in his.
Yep, Greg Kasavin. Yep, he reviewed it.
Of course, he is now the man over there at
Supergiant.
Supergiant, yeah. I was about to say Pyre Games. It's like, well, they made Pyre, but that's not what they're.
They need to float us. They need to float me a Hades code from Steam now that it's finally on there.
Yeah. And probably the thing that got the most time, which was not didn't expect, is Bravely Default 2.
I thought you were going to say Pokemon.
No, Pokemon got like 3 minutes at the end. So Bravely Default 2, they announced that a demo's available. I have it downloaded. That's another thing I'll probably try to play some tomorrow, so we can talk about it on Tuesday. I don't know if Jens is gonna check it out or not. And then they showed off the characters, which I liked all of them, and you got to see more of the battle system. I love the thing where you kill the bosses and you take their stones or whatever, they're things that make them you basically turn it into a job for yourself, and you can combine jobs and stuff, which is great. So, love the innovation there, and that's makes me excited for when Bravely Default 2 comes out.
Good. I didn't play the first one, so I have no opinion on this one.
Well, there's actually two other ones. There's Bravely Second and Bravely 1. So, and also basically Octopath Traveler has a very similar battle system. So, if you played that, you played that, so you'll fit right into Bravely Second.
Yeah.
And Bravely 2. So Pokemon Sword and Shield, we pretty much knew a lot of this stuff. Like, now you found out that there's actually a towers that you go into to decide whether Kubfu becomes the water or the dark Pokemon or whatever, and Urshifu and whatever the other Fu is, and then the Gigantamax forms of the 3 starters apparently the special attacks don't have it, they'll cancel out the type advantage or whatever, so you just get to do a big blast of awesome, cool. I still don't know if I'm gonna want to go back to Sword and Shield or not when those come out, when the first one comes out.
Well, did he beat it or no?
Yeah, I beat it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think if I want to really go back to play it or not. Especially with what's gonna be out by then, you know. And that pretty much covers everything. So you had almost 30 minutes full of stuff. I thought it was a pretty good direct. It wasn't like, oh, knock your socks off or anything, but it had a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah. It was, I mean, a few things interested me, but like, whatever it was, Bravely Second or Bravely Default 2, or some of the bigger stuff I don't care about, but like that one Capcom game looked pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, I might try BioShock on Switch. That was actually the one that did not surprise me at all, considering it's on mobile right now. So
right,
or it used to be. I think they had to pull it off.
I was surprised that it took them so long. I thought they would have put it on Switch a while ago, but yeah. Good to see 2K supporting more Switch.
I think they said they're still working on a BioShock, like another BioShock game. So,
well, they are, yeah.
We'll see if that ever actually happens. That's the bigger question.
Yeah, definitely going to be something to be looking at as we go forward. Speaking of as we go forward, so far, according to both Sony and Microsoft, we shouldn't expect delays on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. What we might possibly get is like more console scarcity, so there's a chance that there'll be less systems available at launch.
So it'll be like the PS3 and Wii launches?
Yeah, basically, where you might have to wait longer for those systems to be more readily available, but that's kind of what always happens with the launch. You have the people that really, really want them, and then if you wait long enough, they'll start showing up in stores again, and you can buy them when you want. So, I don't think it's that.
Or you wait a year or two for like the first revision where they fix all the bugs from the first system.
Yeah, and they'll drop the price too as well. That's always good. Speaking of Sony, they announced the PS Plus games for April 2020. Uncharted 4: Thief's End. Great game. You should definitely go and check that out. And Dirt Rally 2.0, which you reviewed, right?
I think I reviewed one of those. I mean, the rally games are better than like the regular ones at this point, but they're not they have a very specific audience.
That's true.
Because it's very simulation focused, and it's not like, oh, I'm trying to get around this player. It's more like I have to get to this track and hope my car survives long enough for me to do so.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's gonna be not a nice April 2020 if you're getting
Yeah,
ready for that PS Plus.
I mean, Uncharted 4 is okay.
Hey,
I bought
I
the
liked it a lot more than you, I guess.
no, I bought the deluxe edition like a dumbass, and it was like my first Uncharted game, which is like, oh yeah, 4 is really when we really want to jump into a franchise.
Well, you learned the hard way.
Yeah,
At
but it
least
was
you.
good. I mean, I liked it. So.
And yeah, I mean, I did mention the Switch is basically sold out right now. I mean, that's the system to have when you can't go anywhere. And also, I think, like, I mentioned, and Mark had mentioned on the previous show, that Ring Fit Adventure has really taken off in those, 2-3 months when the year started, that there wasn't a lot out there. It sort of became this like phenomenon of people like buying it, and there being shortages and people buying Switches to play that game. And then, of course, Animal Crossing coming out and just absolutely exploding and becoming the thing that, like, every other thing on my Twitter feed is somebody putting a picture or talking about or video or something of Animal Crossing. So it is definitely the thing. I don't see. I mean, I know Doom's out there and it has its fans, and it's also a great game. But like, Doom Eternal's out there, and you really don't see a lot of people talking about or playing it.
Yeah, I see like one or two people talking about it like every few hours or something. But yeah, everyone's like posting their Animal Crossing houses or what their island looks like or
Mm-hmm.
something weird, something to happen. So.
Yeah, and especially with the update, once the zipper comes around and Bunny Day and all that, there'll be more people going crazy about that, hunting eggs. You gonna go hunt eggs?
Probably.
Fair enough.
I'm sure there'll be some guide out there that here's where every egg is or something like that.
And also, we have Ryan Reynolds is possibly thinking about starring and producing a Dragon's Lair movie, which of course is the iconic arcade video game from the 80s. Where you, I mean, I appreciate it. Like, for what it
I don't
is.
like. Have you ever played Dragon's Lair?
Yeah.
It's not good.
No, it's not. It's really hard, and
I actually played the arcade version. I went to an arcade that had it. Like, even set on free play. I played it for like 5 minutes. I'm like, this is terrible. Like, it reminds me of. Well, it would be cool if they did like the Netflix Bandersnatch thing, like the choose your own well, not choose your own adventure because they're getting sued over that, but it would be interesting if they could somehow do that for the movie. Be like, choose left or choose right, or press the button.
Yeah, I mean, they could do that because Netflix is the one that picked up the rights to it, and because they're the ones that have the experience with Bandersnatch. Don Bluth is also producing Gary Goldman, so Don Bluth is the one that did the animation.
Yeah, I think he might own the franchise and like might own the IP or something, so they'd have to get him involved. Also, right. I mean, I think he's an old ass man, so this is probably like his last shot.
Yes, he is, but he has great animated films to his credit that people don't talk about.
Yeah, he's 82, so I think he like really fell off too. The last thing he did was like Titan AE, which was 20 years ago.
Well, I mean, Disney just had a revolution after a while. So.
Well, I like that movie, and he's done a lot of movies I like, but I mean, yeah, Disney doesn't make cartoons, and cartoons don't sell, so.
Yeah, I mean, I have all his movies on between VHS and DVD, so totally down with what, of course, Five Goes West, Secret of the Nymph, all that, all that stuff.
I remember, Secret of Nim and like Land Before, the first Land Before Time was pretty cool.
Yes.
Not the 900 movies they made after it.
I remember, I don't know how many days I spent watching the Land Before Time with my sister. We watched that, I don't know how many times.
Too long or too many, let's just say that.
Yeah, probably. And I mean, then also you got Dan and Kevin Hageman who worked on the Lego Movie and Great Stories to Tell in the Dark. So that script has some good names behind it as well. So
yeah.
interesting there. Also, speaking of Netflix, Castlevania is going to be returning for season 4 as a no-brainer. Season 3, I saw some people don't like it, but I've heard mostly positive. I still haven't watched it yet.
No, I've seen the reviews. They've all been like pretty universally good. I thought about that show for season 2. Like I didn't watch season 2 or 3. Like I know it's good, but it's weird. I have no interest in watching it. But
I watched like the first episode, and then I keep forgetting. It's like Witcher. I think I'm just gonna have to sit down and like just binge through it one day.
You know what I'm watching right now? This should tell you where I'm at. I'm watching fucking Beast Wars.
Why?
I like that. I just bought the DVD a week ago, and I like that show quite a bit. That's the Transformers show I grew up on. Everyone's like, "Oh, Gen 1 Transformers." I'm like, this looks like ass. Like,
yeah, I used to watch that as well when I'd like flip through all the Saturday morning cartoons and anime that I didn't know was anime.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd end up watching that as well.
Yep.
And the Sega Pluto has been fixed.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to talk about that. Yeah, like the Pluto is this weird prototype console. I mean, it isn't as hallowed as the Nintendo PlayStation. I mean, what is? But it was like it's basically like a Sega Saturn with a modem built into it. Which is crazy. It's just like big blocky looking fucking console that apparently weighs a ton.
Yeah, it looks like it would weigh. It looks heavy.
And I guess it might have powered on, or maybe it would like turn on. I'm not quite sure, but like the guy who owned it, like the controller port, like the first controller port didn't work right, and like the like it wouldn't the lid wouldn't close. And it's like that's kind of an issue. Like, so yeah, I mean Ben Heck is the guy who also fixed the Nintendo PlayStation. So if you have some rare obscure console, he's the one who could probably fix it.
Well, yeah, it's good that there's people out there.
Yeah, I mean,
doing that work.
It's not, like I said, it's not as cool as Nintendo PlayStation, but it's a neat curiosity. Let's say that. Because I mean,
certainly.
That's probably the first console, or would have been like the first console with a modem.
Yeah. Then the Dreamcast did have one.
Yeah.
And didn't go too well.
So, no, I mean the Dreamcast. I played online with the Dreamcast a few times. It was okay. I mean, it was dial-up, but.
I mean, yeah, at the time, I mean, what could you do?
At the time, you didn't know any better.
Right. It's not like today where people are complaining if your thing lags at all.
Yeah.
And finally, I saved this one for last because it was the other big thing that's come out, aside from the Direct Mini since the last time we did a show, really, is Epic Games. And I know this is going to probably bother you because, you and the Epic Games Store have a thing.
Yep.
And, I should also note that, sadly for the people that work there, but GameStop is closing another 321 stores by the end of this coming year. So, it sucks for the people that work at those GameStops, but to be quite honest, there's way too many. Yeah,
there's I think there's still 5,000 stores or 4,500 or something.
5,500 stores.
Yeah, it's and most of those are in America. It's not like it's a world. Yeah. I mean, there are some international, but it's not like it's a huge worldwide company. It's
right, yeah.
What?
No, it's definitely mostly in the U.S. and there's way too many. And
oh yeah, well. This is a funny related note is, I mean, my Persona 5 pre-order might be delayed, to put it euphemistically, from Amazon. And then you get that funny email from Square saying, shipments of the, deluxe edition might be delayed, but we're going to try to get the shipments from Square Enix, to you, or, some, really weird language. And it was right. Yeah. I guess the rule there is order up from us, or else you get screwed, huh?
Right, and I think Capcom already told folks in Europe that are getting Resident Evil 3 physically, you may not get it on time as well.
Right.
So get ready for that.
Yep.
And finally, as I was going to mention here, Epic Games signs this ridiculous publishing deal with Remedy, Playdead, and Gen Design to make. These are 3 big studios that are now going to make games that are essentially probably going to be Epic Game Store exclusives, at least for PC. And like, the big thing is not necessarily that these companies are making games for them. It's more about what it entails, because no other publisher probably has all the stuff that's included here. And if these games do well, considering, Remedy Playdead, they have some big, not necessarily, maybe Playdead's not the biggest games, but they're games that are well revered. And, Remedy has, Alan Wake, Control, all that, Max Payne's and their history. If these take off, I wonder if developers, maybe start saying, hey, look what Epic's doing. Are you going to be able to do that for us? So Epic is giving Remedy, Playdead, and Gen Design. Gen Design, of course, is Last Guardian, Ico, Shadow of the Colossus as well. Full creative freedom and ownership of the IP. So you're making these games for Epic Games, and you get to retain 100% of your IP and full creative control. We'll obviously see if you actually really do get full creative control or not, but they're promising that. And then fully funded projects. They're covering everything. Everything that goes into making the game, Epic Games is covering that. And then 50-50 profit sharing, which, you don't see that either. And, Tim Sweeney basically said, we're trying to build a publishing model that we always wanted when we were working with other people. And, yeah, I think this could certainly change the way that publishing deals are made. Especially, and Epic says that they have other deals to announce. Man, I know you're not big on the Epic Games Store and them doing this exclusive thing, but...
Well, if it comes to console, I don't really care. I mean, that doesn't really matter to me. Also, it's not like... you can play Control on PC just fine. I thought the Epic Store, it got pirated, day one like usual. So, if I really wanted to play Control on my PC, I could. I just mail them $20, $20 to $30 to play, as to keep my conscience clean or something.
Yeah.
I guess it's nice for those companies. It depends on how many other companies will get this treatment or how much they can sustain it. It's not like Fortnite. It's so popular, but I don't think it's the number one game anymore.
Yeah, now you got Call of Duty Warzone.
Or Apex Legends, or that's not that was never the number one game, but I see a lot of people playing that as well.
Yeah, and you've got this thing that Riot's doing. Let's see if that's going to be big or not.
Yeah, good for them. It's basically being bought out, but not really.
Well, yeah, I think it's good for Remedy. There's people thinking that Remedy may be pulling something out of the IPs that they already have, and not necessarily something new, so we'll see.
Quantum Break 2, let's go.
Maybe they could do Alan Wake.
I don't know if they actually own... I'm not sure if they actually bought Alan Wake back or not.
I think they said they did. That they could make an
I
Alan
thought
Wake
they
2
did, but I'm not quite sure.
If they wanted.
That's cool, but there are games that even Epic, people want from Epic that they never did. I want fucking Shadow Complex 2. And, Chair was like, no, we gotta keep making Infinity Blade games because they make money. And it's that's so depressing.
Yeah.
At this point, go back to them and say, hey, give us money to make Shadow Complex 2. Because clearly, games like Ori, and stuff like that, people, or Bloodstained, it's you don't think that people still want these as well?
Oh, yeah, definitely. With what you're seeing with that now. Definitely.
Yeah.
And, you're also, it's Playdead, who make Inside and Limbo, and what are they going to be able to make with Epic Games backing? That's going to be pretty awesome, too. So, I'm excited to see what gets made with these deals.
It'll be a combo game. You'll play Inside as Alan Wake.
right? That'd be kind of scary, actually.
You just have a flashlight so you can actually see what the hell's going on. Or you play Limbo like that.
Well, yeah, so I think that's kind of it for what we're talking about here. So, yeah, I mean, I'm glad that Nintendo finally showed off a little bit about what's coming down the line.
I mean, I know you're excited for the 2 RPGs, but it was nothing like hugely groundbreaking. So we'll see what happens for the rest of the year.
Well, I mean, they still got E3, or what would have been E3.
Yeah.
And I think that's when you're going to be seeing the Breath of the Wild 2 news. I think you might finally see something on Metroid Prime 4 or the Metroid Prime Collection. I mean, like, God, I keep saying it, but I feel like that's got to be in their back pocket somewhere, that they're just going to pull that out.
I mean, at this point, they could just do like a Metroid Complete Collection, because there aren't that many Metroid games.
Yeah, they could. I mean, or put all the other Metroid games on the, like, Switch with the Super Nintendo shop and
yeah. It'd be cool if they just started doing that. Like, here's Mario Collection. It's like every Mario game that we did before, like, Mario Odyssey. So, if you want Mario Galaxy, it's in this thing. Okay, Mario Sunshine, God knows why.
Well,
it's in this.
IGN did that with their direct spoof that had, like, every Zelda game or whatever.
Yeah. Because, like, there's only, like, 3 big Mario games out there. It's, like, Sunshine, Galaxy 1 and 2. And that's it. It's not like, Mario 64 is a huge game, like, size-wise. Or,
yeah, because that was on... They did the remaster for the DS for that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Get to it, Nintendo.
Yeah, let's do it, Nintendo. Make it happen. Make it happen. But, yeah. So, that'll do it for our little mini-episode here. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and you'll go give us a review on all your favorite listening devices. We're on all of those pretty much. You can also review us on Podchaser there, so there's another thing to go check us out. Mark, I think by the time we do the show on Tuesday, we'll have the Mega Man X or whatever collection.
Yeah, Mega Man 0 and ZX or ZX Legacy Collection.
Yeah, so, definitely be checking out at www.net.com, and
the one thing I'll say, it's more fun to play than Street Fighter 5.
Well, I don't know if that's saying much, but
yeah.
But all right, well, thank you everybody for listening, and we'll be back on Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Until then,
later.
See you later, buddy. Peace.